5 seconds ago was good. Now I'm looking and it's like creaming. Like she's like way more into it than before. Nothing changed except for her seeing my pleasure increase. Hey guys, Hector Castillo-Poppy from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk about why women love seeing you orgasm. Now I mean that they like seeing the orgasm actually happen, the milk coming out of the milk can. They also love seeing you experience it, your O phase, right? Very sexy. Now, knowing this and understanding it to the full extent is going to help you have better sex, because sex is a cooperative activity, right? And if you're liking something, it may pass on to her. And if she's liking something, it may pass on to you and kind of do one of these, right? If you see her going, oh my God, big cock, it's ripping me apart, you're gonna be like, oh man, I got this big dick and she's fucking loving this shit. If she looks at you and she sees you like fucking, like having fucking seizures because her pussy is so, you know, amazing, or her dick sucking skills, you know, she's a fucking vacuum, and she looks up and, you know, as she does the angle, whatever angle she has to do, and she sees you like, oh fuck shit, she's gonna know she's doing a good job, right? And people are gonna feel more genuine and authentic emotions, you know, excluding if one of you are faking it. I've never faked it. Maybe some girls have faked it, you know. I'd like to think great about myself. I'm assuming there's been a couple who have faked it. But it's pretty easy to tell when a girl's really enjoying herself. You know, body tremors are, and actual like, I mean, girls can contort their pussies, but whatever, you get it. Okay, so women love seeing you orgasm for the aforementioned reason. Sex is it's a thing that you experience physically, but because you're doing it with someone else or multiple people, you are watching someone else have something done to them. You are fucking her as much as you're watching her get fucked, or if the lights are off, listening to her getting fucked, right? One of the greatest things to me about sex, besides the actual pussy itself, is the sounds that girls make. It's their angelic or sometimes banshee screams that alert you to your proficiency at the act. It sounds nice, just sounds nice for a woman to moan or to whimper, or to do one of those, you know, like, oh my God, you're so big, oh, I can't take it, right? Whatever that's happening, it turns you on. I remember the first time that I moved out to California, and I'd had pretty good sex up until then. I don't know what happened. I guess, you know, I just found a different kind of girl, or maybe I leveled up, but I remember having sex, it was a few times in a row. I guess I was just being more rough, but I was like fucking girls, and one in particular, she taken the penis. It sounds horrible. But I was fucking her, and there was like, her face was like a, I can't redo it, you know, let me try to do it without laughing. It was like a, almost like I thought she was in pain or something, and I stopped, and I was like, are you okay? Because I was worried. And she like gave me this like incredulous look, like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay. I was like, go back at it, right? And I was like, yeah, take the dick. And she's like, and like looking at me and like, I didn't know how to process it. And I stopped again. I was like, she's like, no, I'm fine, keep going. Like, I'm liking it. I'm like, okay. And then it happened with a few different girls. And I was like, I guess this is like a dominant thing. Like, she's feeling like, oh, my little pussy is getting like torn up. It's cringy as hell to talk about, but that's what this video is about, right? So I realized that whatever was happening, I guess I was just being more dominant, and she was feeling like submissive, like she's getting, you know, pussy's getting beat by this big dick. So it was the face that I was not used to, but it actually ended up turning me on and became like a thing. I was like, oh, I want girls to like have this like, I don't know, they're getting fucking dicked down by some 10-foot monster, right? And then the voices, oh, the voice too. It wasn't just the face, it was the, and I was like, it's kind of fucked up, but it was really hot at the same time. There's the normal, oh yeah, that's great. But I also liked the, and then like the mix, you know, I don't know if it's like the fucking anime girl hentai, like, This is horrible. I shouldn't be demonstrating this stuff, but I am. If it turns you on, it's not my problem, it's your problem. If you're a girl, God, I still don't, I mean, I guess you're a lesbian. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Okay, so things turn you on when you experience them, okay? So, her seeing you orgasm is gonna turn her on. Now, you can have different variants of that orgasm, right? Just like the girls can have the moaning, you can have the whimpering, you can have the thing in between, you can have the banshee scream, you can have the fake porn star like, oh no, you fucking big dick. I remember one of my fraternity brothers, I love this guy. He would joke about like this one girlfriend, like, or some girl he hooked up with, and he fucked her, and she's like, yeah, fuck me in that big dick. And he told her, like, during sex, like, don't fucking lie to me. I know my dick's not big. Oh, Eric, you are a funny motherfucker. Anyways, so, I keep getting sidetracked. This is horrible. You're supposed to be a professional actor. Okay. So, whatever the variant of your O-face is, right? You could have the, like, I'm like going into a different dimension. I'm having a seizure. Could be like more stoic, like, yeah, but you can like, she can see the little tremor in your head as you like, you could be more like wild with like, you could just be more fun with it, but like, oh yeah, god damn, baby, oh, so good. You can be vocal about it, right? You may be like, or you may be like, oh baby, yeah, suck that dick or take that dick. However you're doing it, right? But it should be as authentic as possible and like be an extension of your personality in the same way that your seduction skills are an extension of your personality. The way that you come is an extension of your personality. It says a lot about a person how they come. And so show it to her. She wants to see it. Women want to see it. It's why I talked about in my one video on orgasms, like do a grunt, right? Because it's a very masculine thing to do, like a so women like that. She wants to feel as feminine as possible and you want to feel as masculine as possible, but it's also the fact that you're expressing your pleasure, but in a sexual way, of course a sexual way, Hector, in a animalistic primal way, right? So grunting, you know, watch your octaves, like don't be like, it doesn't really fit. Yeah, but do your thing, because I've experienced this where I would do my like, stoic like thing and, you know, women get fucked and they feel great. And then, you know, sometimes just the pleasure would be so great that I would just kind of lose myself. And as I'm like fucking her, she's like sitting there and looking at me. And then, but I'm just like, oh my God, and I feel her get more wet. And like just a second ago, I was looking at my dick going in her pussy. And then like, I just like, you know, I have my seizure. I'm like, oh God damn, oh fuck, I'm gonna come so soon. And she, 5 seconds ago was good. Now I'm looking and it's like creaming. Like she's like way more into it than before. Nothing changed except for her seeing my pleasure increase. I remember one time I was fucking a girlfriend and then we had kind of picked up a girl together and she was sitting on the couch watching us fuck. And she was like stroking my chest as I did it. It was very interesting. So I'm like pounding my girl and then she's like, oh yeah, fuck that girl, right? But I kind of like just lost myself for a moment. I was like, oh, God damn it, this is fucking awesome. And I just like, oh. And I heard her like audibly gasp. She's like, oh, yes. And I looked at her and she was like, also like, oh my God. She could feel my pleasure. Because women are super empathetic, right? So sex is a reciprocal, cooperative thing, but women themselves are very, very empathetic and they watch facial expressions and body language so closely, much more closely than most men. They're attuned that way. So she was watching me and she felt that pleasure with me, right? And she wasn't even getting fucked. She was just watching it, but it turned her on so much, right? Just like, cause you like, you know, if you watch porn, the porn where the girl really is obviously enjoying herself, that's gonna probably get you more turned on than if she's not, which is why women porn actresses act. And most of the time though, they're terrible at it, right? So most of the best porn is amateur. So when you are with a girl, when you're fucking her, long story short, show her your O face, show her your pleasure. Be very obvious about it. Don't be the girl who the moment you stick your dick in, she's like, oh my God, yeah, fuck me. You know, you're like, okay, that's bullshit, right? But I'm great, but I'm not that great. Not yet, give me a few minutes to warm things up. But show her your pleasure, especially once you start getting close to the end. Dude, at the whole, you know, like you put your dick in and you're like, God damn. You know, smack that ass, be like, that's great. Grade A fucking premium pussy. But also when you get to the end, like fucking, you wanna, because girls love seeing it happen to you, but they also love seeing the actual thing itself. I remember, you know, you send girls dick pics, you send girls like you're jerking off. One of the best things girls like getting a video of is you jerking off and then coming, and then them seeing the actual like eruption of the cum and it go all over the place. One time I took a video of myself jerking off on a plate, and I was just like, for her to eat fucking, she's at a 5-star restaurant getting some poppy, what's a cream that can do some alliteration, porridge? I don't know if you're eating porridge at a 5-star restaurant, but it's poppy porridge, right? It's white too. Hey, I'm smart. Okay, so there's a plate. It was a green plate on the edge of my couch. I'm sending her a video of me jerking off, and I go, oh, and you just like see it going like, yeah, yeah. And she's like, that's the fucking hottest thing I've ever seen. Like, all right, cool. You know, girls are kinky as shit. You know, we love seeing the things of women, them squirting, them being, you know, dripping pussy, you know, drool coming down their face after they're getting sucking dick. Girls like seeing the stuff of us, right? So they love seeing the actual cum happen, go on their face, you know, go tell her to, you know, look in the mirror after you come all over her face, be like, yeah, that's, you know, good little fucking slut, take that cum. She's like, yeah, daddy, and you get it up and put it in her mouth. Be nasty. Sex is supposed to be nasty, it's supposed to be fun, but especially the O face. Show them the O face. Let them see it. They're gonna get turned on, I promise. All right, cool. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com, giving you premium grade A 5-star steak sex tips that you can apply right now if you can get laid. But that's what my channel is dedicated to, helping you get laid. And then once you're getting laid, do it the best you can and get into a relationship if that's your thing. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, look out for future videos. It's always the end. It's always the end. All right. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, go fuck yourself. I love you. Hector Castillo, girlschase.com. Ciao.